I don't hear anything. Never mind.
Dick.
Lords and ladies from near and far, lend your ears to the most raw gaming podcast in the land, with your hosts, Sir Philip the Noble, Sir Richard the Sultan, and Sir Saul the Vulgar. This is Gaming on Thrones, and remember, don't forget to flush.
Thank you for tuning in to Gaming on Thrones. Today is Sunday, October 18th. I sound like I said someday. And this is the show that takes you through the digital crusade, and we are your guys, Sal Quayar, Richard Lamoureux.
Hi.
You gotta speak because the camera, it doesn't switch over if you don't say anything.
Oh. Hi.
So that could be the worst intro of all time.
Hey, friend.
That was great.
That's okay though. We're back. We're back. Yay!
Yay.
What has it been, like 3 weeks? 4 month?
Yeah. Bad kids. Just bad kids.
We're busy guys. There's stuff going on. There's stuff to do, games to be played. It's slow news. There wasn't a ton of news and stuff out. So we did have the Battlefront beta. So there was that.
Yo.
And that was fun. I had a good time. We'll talk about that. Did we play it? Did we, all of us?
Nah.
Nah.
No?
I would have. It's just I don't need another
Wow.
one to be addicted to.
Okay. Well, it was just a
just-
beta, so you could have given it a try for the sake of,
I just didn't want to play it, so.
Okay, so we won't give our impressions. I'll give you my impression of the beta and what I think the game is going to do or not do. So
$120 for the season pass expansion and everything. There you go.
You mean $50?
It was $100 for the game, $119 for the game and all the expansions, all the what do you call it, the little.
Well, it's a
add-ons.
$50 season pass, so if it's a $60 game, then that's $110.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, 100. That's better.
Do the math, Rick. Use a
Fucking
calculator
math.
next time, Dick Brain.
Richard, God, Richard.
I can do math. You take a game and you divide it in half, and then sell the other half.
You can't even make your bed. Shut up.
Nah, I just didn't want to. Dude, I found an HDMI cable, which is good because mine just broke on me.
Yeah, that's always good. HDMI, that's important. You're gonna need one of those.
Yeah, like one is all fidgety. Like if I plug it into my TV, it just doesn't work.
You guys been playing some Iron Banner this week?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Mm.
I've been playing a
I
lot
haven't
of Fallout
enjoying
Shelter for some reason.
Because it's
That's the
addicting
cell
as
phone game,
crack.
Yeah, it is. I took like $4 of my dollars too, because I
Oh, wow. You paid to play?
bought them lunch boxes, bro.
Oh, my God. This is the guy.
They're smart, bro. They're smart. They'll
This
make
is the microtransaction guy who
Yeah, it's a
hates
phone game.
microtransactions.
I didn't pay anything for
The
the
fuck's
game.
the difference? It doesn't matter.
Oh, if I pay
Doesn't matter.
$60 for something, I don't have to pay more money to get stuff that I already paid for.
It's
Well, let's
$110 for those add-ons, Bubba.
I know. Let's look at the content, though, that you're getting. You got a few fucking lunch boxes.
I'm up to 60 inhabitants, right? 62 inhabitants
Hey, bro.
right now.
Just
So-
saying, watch those stones. There's some glass around here. Don't. Just be careful.
Whatever.
Be careful. We got all these on tape. We can go back and visit some things.
Yeah, tape.
Well, I haven't played any Iron Banners simply because I don't really give a shit.
About that
I would really like it for them to be dropping that stuff at like 300.
You mean 300?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I agree.
well, they do. My cloak I got was $290.
I'm saying to
That's right.
purchase. Like,
Oh,
I would
to
purchase?
Yeah. Because that's
Yeah,
what
like,
they did
why-
on the past DLCs, is like, if you want
Yeah.
to hit 40, you could hit 40 by getting it from the Iron Banner.
Yeah, it was max level gear. I don't know why
Yeah.
you can't.
That's
No,
ridiculous.
And I get that, yeah, you can get it and infuse it, but still, like
34,
that's
I meant.
a
To
bitch,
get
man.
32 or whatever the fuck it was, you could do it by getting the gear from Iron
Yeah.
Banner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like,
I
why
agree
would-
because it was equal to, but when Prison of Elders dropped, excuse me, you had to use etheric light on it to get it to max level. But at least it was just kind of one thing you had to do. Infusing it, you'd have to maybe do it like 3 or 4 times to get it up.
bullshit.
I mean,
Well, 310 is not even the level. The level cap goes up on Friday to rumored 320.
well, I know, but you want to be at 310 to go into the hard mode raid. But so
They recommend 300 for it, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I would, they recommended what, 290 for the regular raid.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah,
It
I
was
wouldn't go
appraised
in
at
there at 290. I'd go in there above 290.
Oh.
Because some parts of that raid, you need a lot of DPS or the rage happens.
Yep.
So, anyways, we'll get to some news of the week. I know Rick was saying before we started the show he couldn't find Jack. I have a few bits of news. As I posted on the Facebook group before, Microsoft makes a deal with SCUF controllers. Saul wasn't too pleased about that.
I honestly just don't like their product. I think that they make cheap. They use cheap material. If they would use better material, because basically that's what you're paying for, is your controller to be remapped, and then these add-on materials. Use something better than what you're using, because when the thumb pads break, that's horrible. Like, that's horrible. Like, I paid an extra $30 for that feature for them to be extended and have some special material on it, and it's just cheap rubber. And then for the paddles, which are, like, the biggest reason to get the SCUF controller is for these paddles, they fucking break. They break so often that they actually sent out additional paddles to everyone who's bought one within the last year. It's like, so you know your product is that shitty. Why don't you use... And they use the same material.
Well, okay. I guess from just to be, like, come from the other side of it, because I haven't owned a SCUF controller, so I'd have to go to you for all the expertise. But just to play devil's advocate for fun, isn't it good, though, that they sent you that because they knew their product was subpar, so they want to make sure that you have what you need to continue on for a little while?
They didn't send me analog sticks to fix what
Just the paddles.
Yeah, just the paddles, because you know why? The paddles were cheaper. I had to actually go online, order them from China, put them on myself, which I'm horrible with this crap because I don't know, I might break it, and it's already like $170 for the controller. But Rick did his first, and like it didn't seem that bad when I seen him do it, so I was like, all right, I guess I can do this. So I did.
The controller doesn't work anymore.
No, oh, no.
Well, it does. It's my Netflix and chill controller because like if you press right, it goes like right down. If you press left, it goes like this. So it first started happening. We were playing Iron Banner like 4 months ago. I kept turning like this, and I was like,
no.
Shoot
That's
this
where
guy.
the extra piece went.
Yeah.
That's for the extra piece.
There was an extra piece, and I was like, well, it works. I mean.
So, well, okay. So let me put it this way, though. What if the deal with Microsoft gives them a little bit more money, and now they maybe can make a better product, or you think no, they're just going to be the same?
No, I think that anybody can improve their technology. I mean, just have more outlets for people to actually say shit other than just your Twitter. Because I mean, you know how Twitter is. Like, they listen to what they want to. They hear what they want to hear. Well, they read what they want to read, I guess you could say. So it's like, just have an outlet so that we can be like, yo, you need to fix this, so that they don't keep putting out that product.
Like better support, just in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it takes fucking 2 months to get the shit. So it's like, really?
Well, maybe Microsoft will do something there that they can get them a better. I would imagine they would, just because they want to build. There is a market there, and they want to build on that. So who knows? We'll see. Other controller news from Microsoft is the wireless controller adapter for Windows 10 is coming very soon. That's October 20th. It releases. And it's $25. That's not bad.
It's worth it.
Yeah, totally.
This one, man. I got cords everywhere. Like this one.
I'm picturing Rick. Sure, something like that. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm kind of picturing Rick's room to be like his messy bed, and then around his computer he has like milk crates full of like just cables and shit. Like he's like this thing, and it's tangled up with like 8 other things.
That's what my room is. They're little milk crates.
Yeah, I got like a little file cabinet that's full of shit over right there.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I have a drawer like that too. It's just crazy. Also, another big news. This is kind of under the radar, and I kind of think it's a bigger deal. Is Microsoft buying Havok, the physics engine company that like every fucking game uses. Destiny, Halo, are some of the bigger fish that use the physics engine that Havok makes, and Microsoft purchases the company. which it looks like it could be bad. Oh, well, wait a minute. What about these games that are coming out for PlayStation? Well, Microsoft isn't going to just make exclusive games. They'll let everybody use the technology.
Let's not forget they own Minecraft, and that's still fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, everybody will be able to use it, but they'll just get paid for it, which is brilliant. But also, they're bringing in the Havok team. They're like bringing them on board to work on the physics engine side of the cloud physics. So how things are coming through the cloud, they want them to work. They're actually separating the team, and basically half the team will be working on the physics engine with other games and other physics engines that Microsoft owns to help their products get better, and then also work on the cloud physics. So this could be good all around because everybody can still use the physics engine, and Microsoft might get some better cloud services with it. So that could be a good thing.
That's what they need, a better fucking online experience. Sony needs to buy some goddamn companies to do that shit.
Damn.
Lagging behind.
Why are they, no pun intended there?
Well, they're behind because they haven't charged until like a year and a half ago for any of this shit. So
yeah,
Microsoft has had the not only, I mean, let's face it, they both can build awesome infrastructure if they wanted to. They got enough money to. But Microsoft has had that constant financial income since 2002.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, 360 ran that market anyway. So
yeah, like I mean, Microsoft was the first to do. I mean, other than PC, but Microsoft was the first to approachably do it, and they've had the most time to, make it it's still like far from perfect. Both services are still dog shit, but like at least Microsoft is like, you can count on that actually working.
Do you think that'll be a big thing for the next gen through innovation, since you can only do so much innovation on consoles? I mean,
I think personally, if it's like 5 years, like 5 or 6 years from down the line, I don't even know if we're gonna have like really like consoles like we would. I think most of it's just gonna be like a little Roku looking thing that you play through the internet. Once our internet speeds, because like Sony tried doing it, but like I said, their online services are dog shit. So like no one even been into that. But I mean, I can honestly see like a Roku thing with a fucking controller and all the shit's online.
I'm almost banking that we're gonna have one more cycle of actual boxed consoles like we do now. Basically PCs for your living room. And then I can't see it moving past.
I would agree unless there was some form of innovation like an MP3 to audio. If they could, cut out all the filler within the networking pattern or whatever, and they could make it happen so that your ping is lower and like almost like, like you're touching something, like that much, like no lag, then I could see the box from Rick's perspective. But unless they do that, I see more towards your perspective. Yeah,
it depends where. I mean, it depends on what area you're in too. I mean, some people are running on fiber, some aren't. It's like crazy. But yeah, I see. I mean, this console cycle was supposed to last 10 years or whatever they said, and then
the last one was too, right?
Hasn't even lasted 2 yet. Who's over here? I'm waiting at the rumble.
So I mean, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I don't know. Who knows? I think that the Microsoft purchasing Havok will help them in not next year because most of the games are close to being finished or at least in that phase. Like they're not being built from the ground up. 2017, I can see the physics engines becoming really good, especially over cloud. If we're going where we're going, where these like worlds are just being built through updates and patches and things on the fly, then I think this will improve gameplay at the same time. So not only will we fix bugs and things, gameplay will actually get better. So that's my news for Microsoft. Some big stuff, some big scuff.
Scuff because of the controller.
Yeah, because of the thing I said first.
Dude, that's smart. I like that.
See what I did there? You see what I did?
You did the old in conclusion and then restated your thesis.
You got to, or they'll get pissed.
It's like it just blows minds. Blows minds. So, on to our topics for today. What, you got something, Rick?
Yeah, I found some stuff. I did. I'm
let us hear. Let us know.
Apparently, Nintendo is shipping development software kits. So there looks like there's going to be a new console
for NX
very soon.
Console/handheld.
Yeah, that's what their rumor is going to be, a console/handheld. So props for them for innovating again, but also you're not going to sell anything again because no one wants that shit. But whatever, we'll figure it out.
Well, sorry to butt in.
Go.
From their point of view, they move so many handheld units. Why wouldn't they try?
Yeah, I don't. That's where like the majority of their income's got to be coming from right now is the DS. Because I mean, even in America they're everywhere. But you go to like Japan, like everybody has one of those motherfuckers.
So now they're gonna like move consoles and have a broader market. So from a business standpoint, it sounds very logical. But from a gamer standpoint, we don't want that shit.
Yeah, I don't want that shit. Nintendo, the first place people of making shit that no one wants.
Unless it's powerful. Like if they want to approach it with a powerful like handheld and all that stuff, then yeah.
Apparently it is.
Some dinky shit like this Wii U that I can't even beat off to. No.
I got
it is very powerful from what I've been reading.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, they're saying that technology's like it's more advanced than a lot of the big PC rigs, the chips and stuff. So we got a long way to go for that. So
skeptical, Rick?
No, I'm never skeptical. I'm always right.
I mean, we got to see what happens. I'm not gonna crush Nintendo just yet because I feel like smart. They should have learned from last time.
We've talked about it before about how it's kind of bullshit. Nintendo always gets a free pass. Like when they make crap, no one will fucking call them on it just because it's Nintendo, and you're like, no, this game sucks, dude. Why? Like this isn't fun. But that's more of the games, not really the hardware.
I mean, I'm working on doing something here. Speaking of Nintendo right now, I'm gonna bring everybody. Not even Rick and Saul know this.
Oh my God!
But I'm working on bringing in somebody special to give us some Nintendo news, like every week, bi-weekly stuff.
Nice.
Doing their own thing, gonna bring us some quality Nintendo stuff. Someone who's passionate about it. So we know that we have a large Nintendo fan base in our community, and we don't get to. I mean, personally, I feel like we don't get to address it enough, and it's not because we don't like Nintendo necessarily. Us three, we're not really into it right at this moment.
We were all from the generation that was kind of in between. Like we had the early Nintendo, but like what Nintendo is now, we were already out of Nintendo when like all the Pokemon shit got big and everything like that. So we were kind of like, our Nintendo is based on all nostalgia. It's all Mario. It's all fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You know,
it's Zelda, Star Fox.
Metroid and shit like that. That is our Nintendo. Like all this new stuff Nintendo has, like was the little town where you got the little animals and you run around in or whatever.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Animal Crossing. I don't know what the fuck Animal Crossing is. I don't want to be a part of that shit. But like, if I was like 8 years younger, I probably would have, and I would enjoy playing Pokemon.
There's still a lot of grown ass men though that play those games, Animal Crossing and things like that. It just depends on what kind of gameplay that you enjoy. If you like that shit, I'm not gonna lie. If I had extra money, like I would have a Nintendo. I would have every Nintendo console they're made just for that. I feel like it's like a chill gaming session.
Yeah.
Like I can put in a game like, I don't know, Animal Crossing or whatever, and I can go fucking farm some carrots and like take care of my village and just chill out. But like I don't particularly enjoy that at this moment. I'm not saying that that's something I wouldn't. And I screwed up my screen here.
I love Nintendo for party games.
Yes. I don't want to shit on them just yet. I want to wait and see till I get more news on the NX and see what it is. It's a little skeptical saying that they're going to go in that more of a handheld thing because of the Wii U pad. It was almost like a kind of a buffer before they. We'll see. We'll see what it is. I don't know. Yeah. If it's powerful and it plays the games that we want to see and they pick up a lot of third-party studios, it could be insanely popular.
And then what? and then we'll just have to wait for them to delay Zelda till the next console that comes out.
The horse that drives itself.
I guarantee you we're not going to see Zelda on that console now. I guarantee you we're going to see Zelda on the next console, but they're going to probably delay that for the next one. All right, Payday 2, they don't fucked up. Their community is really pissed off right now. They took a note from Counter-Strike and they offered these loot cases that you get, and you had to buy a drill for $250 from the Steam store to open the loot case.
What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
So they give you this case that is potentially full of like a whole bunch of like gear, guns, and like stat boosting equipment. It's not even like it's just skins and stuff. It's actually in-game helps you.
Yeah.
And they give you these cases that are locked, and you got to buy this fucking drill to open them. And I think the review went from overwhelmingly positive on Steam to negative now in 2 days.
Wow.
They've had something like 15,000 negative reviews for Payday 2. So
meanwhile, Saul's Titans doing the Carlton.
Yeah, but this is the way to do it. This is how you tell a developer that you're not going to take their shit. You speak with your mouth and your wallets, and
absolutely.
This is the community being like, we're not dealing with this. You're not turning this into something else. And sad note, Total Biscuit just a couple days ago found out he has inoperable cancer spots on his liver.
Oh man!
He's given 2 to 3 years to live. There's a bunch of people already putting together fundraising things. He doesn't need the money. He said if you want to donate. He gave a bunch of charities you should donate to instead. But yeah, our best wishes are with him, and hopefully he can extend out a little longer.
Yeah.
You never know, man. Never know. People beat that shit all the time.
Yep.
You know, it's a rough ride. So I'm gonna have plenty of family members that have passed to cancer. So my wishes and prayers are with Total Biscuit and his family. But I don't know. We'll move on from the sad note. We want to keep things upbeat.
I'll kick it back up one quick then. Just a Kickstarter, a Friday the 13th game where you play Jason.
Yeah.
Nice. You just hack fucking teenagers up?
Yep. Friday the 13th.
We get to see some titties?
No, I assume.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's like, isn't it like rated, like the first rated, I forget the rating itself, but it's like the first
17?
game rated that high. Yeah, I don't know.
It's just got published like 3 days ago.
Peggy 20.
Yeah, I don't know. They said it was like the first rating that high in like years. Like 10.
Like Leisure Suit Larry type rating?
Yo!
I mean,
whoa!
Can't you just come across some teenagers like trying to get it on in the woods and like kill them? That's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will.
Whoa! I get it.
No, you don't.
I don't. Damn it.
No, you don't.
All right.
So that's awesome. Good job, Rick. Way to work on the fly, buddy.
Yeah, bro.
Go team.
So Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone came out, which is The Witcher 3's first proper DLC, which features a 10-hour campaign. And I read some reviews on it. I haven't purchased it yet. I'm too infatuated with other games right now.
Another game.
So I haven't played it, but I'm actually getting sort of the itch to pop it back in. Well, I don't pop it back in because it's on my PC, but I'm getting the itch to play it again. So I might power through the campaign of The Witcher 3, the original, just the game, and then purchase the DLC. There's a 10-hour campaign for DLC is a lot. That's big.
There's a lot of $60 games that come out that aren't even 10 hours.
I know, and it's crazy. The reviews I've heard on it are saying it's great, it's good fun. There's a lot of humor. There's a lot more of the classic Witcher sex scenes and all that. But they say it's basically more of the same, which I don't necessarily think is bad, and I don't think the reviewers think it's bad. It's just they wanted something a little different. But it's basically just an extension of the actual game, but the game is so good.
But isn't that what DLC is? It's an extension of the actual game? Unless you go like, what was that one, the Far Cry, the one where they did the 80s retro thing and it was completely
Blood
different?
Dragon, yeah.
That's where I can understand. What are they something like they wanted like that? I mean, everything
I don't know.
that's DLC is part of the original game, right?
Yeah, I mean it's an extension of the campaign. I don't know. That's why I have a hard time agreeing with that, because The Witcher 3 is so diverse, like with what you could do just in the world. I don't know why that's at all a bad thing. If it's giving me 10, like if I finished The Witcher 3 a month ago, and I've done a lot of the side missions and everything else, this is just giving me another 10 hours of a great experience. So I don't understand why that's bad at all. But I don't know. And maybe people were looking for a little different. But
yeah. Plus, like they said, there's like 20 different endings in that game. So if you want to do another replay through it and try to get a different ending, you can dive into that little DLC as you're doing it.
Yeah. And so now's the point where I would ask everybody what they thought of the Battlefront beta, but nobody played it except for me. So I'll give you my rundown quickly. I won't spend too much time on it because most people in the world, except for you two clowns, played it. So it was fun. It was fun.
You're not too sure about that.
Well, it had a lot of server issues.
Like, it was fun.
It had a lot of server issues, which most betas do, and I expected it, especially something like this where everybody was going to jump on it because it was open to everyone.
How's the in-game chat?
The what? In-game chat? Yeah, it was non-existent. So we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I could say. It was fun. It was Star Wars. The sounds... The visuals were okay. Everybody was like, "Oh, it looks so great," and it looked good. It did. It looked clean and crisp, and the textures on the actual ground and stuff, I thought looked amazing. But I don't know. I don't really notice that stuff too much in first-person shooters, and it's a good thing because that means that the gameplay is really good.
Did you play in first or third person?
I played in first.
I heard third person was way easier.
I had no trouble in first person. I actually was in the top 3 every time I played.
Easily. You're OP, Phil. Pew pew pew.
I said this on the community page. That's necessarily not me. Usually it takes me a little while to just kind of get the feel of the game. And I didn't even do campaigns. I didn't even do objectives that much in the game.
I was going to say, because there is a one.
Just waiting for Rick to jump in on that.
So, I don't know, because I just wanted to play. I didn't care about winning or anything. It didn't matter to me, so I wanted to just get the feel of the controls, get the power-ups. I wanted to fly the TIE fighters and the Y-Wings and the X-Wings, and I did all that, and it was fun. The only thing I never picked up was a hero power-up. I was never Luke or Darth Vader, which was very upsetting.
How do those work? Do they just drop on the map or something?
They drop on the map, yeah. You can get them. They have a couple different ones. They have one they have specific power-ups that you can run into and get that specific power-up. Maybe it's a rocket launcher, maybe it's an ammo boost, maybe it's an X-Wing, something like that. Then they had these ones that were kind of random, so you ran into it and it was just random. You can get a hero from those, or they actually had the hero power-up somewhere on the map. Obviously one at a time. They spawn quite frequently. I don't know if it's going to in the regular game or not. Maybe they just had it spawning a little more frequently just because the beta and they wanted people to get to experience it. A lot of people kind of complained about the beta and like, well, I mean, this is like a month from coming out. Like, is this game going to be, all these little kind of bugs are going to be fixed? I'll be honest with you. I think we were playing the demo that they've been playing for 6-7 months now. I don't think they've changed that at all. I think they just were basically what we were doing was testing the servers. That's what I think we were doing. I'd have to say though, if you're going to ask me if I'm going to purchase this game on November in November when it's released, I don't think so. Probably more so because Halo 5 looks just so much more appealing to me, and I'm still going to be playing Destiny through that time occasionally. I think I'm going to wait. Maybe they'll have a nice sale for Christmas or something, and I'll just get it for Christmas as a gift or something like that. But after the beta, I'm not so excited about it anymore. The gameplay was fine. The visuals, I'm sure. The sound was great. The sound was like a 10 out of 10. But I don't know if the replayability is there. It is what it is. I know other Battlefront games weren't like something. They were very repetitive, and I think DICE was kind of in a pickle. They're like, what do? We have to make it similar because that's what people want. Mm-hmm. But then if they do that, then they get set. Oh, it's just the same game over and over again. So I don't know.
You can't make anybody happy.
No, you can't.
No,
you really can't.
It's just the way we are now. We're all so pessimistic and fucking bitter.
But you can't.
First world problems.
I know.
Yeah, it is, and I don't mind the repetitiveness of it, because there are only 2 game modes, and I think there's something like 10 game modes. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm gonna pick it up, I think, at some point, but not.
I'm just not gonna buy it. And what are all the bullshit and hoopla and everything's all people pissed off about? Whatever. I wasn't gonna buy it regardless, just because I'm not into those games. So when I give it shit, a lot of it is just because I'm just ragging on you guys, and EA is evil, but.
So's Activision.
Say what you want, man, but we'll. Yeah. Why don't we talk about why they're evil? So, in the manner of Battlefront. So, the news came out that Star Wars Battlefronts. Excuse me, I'm like in the middle of trying to burp, but maybe not. I don't know.
Is it a burp fart?
There we go. No, it wasn't a fart. Just a burp that kind of like stuck right there.
Got
stuck. So Battlefront Season Pass came out. It's going to be $50. Do we know? Does anybody know how much DLC is actually promised so far?
I don't know. I can find out.
Find that out, Mr. Research Man.
Get those points.
I don't have this much of a problem with. I mean, people are exploding about this. I don't think. I mean, Battlefield's Season Pass was $50, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's kind of a good deal."
You want my opinion?
Yeah, I do.
Wait till that thing drops to $30, and then you can get the DLC and it for $80 altogether.
So just like the whole collector's edition package game.
Yeah, because it's gonna drop. I'm sorry, there's just too much out there.
Yeah, just in time for no one to be playing it anymore.
Yeah,
because it's an online game.
Yeah, the market is just there's oversaturation in FPS.
Yeah, it's bad.
You got Halo coming out, Duty coming out. You got probably by then some kind of DLC for Destiny, at least a month after or something like that. So it's like, just too much. It's just too much.
They haven't released anything, but if you buy the $120 collector's edition, you get it all, and a couple other things too.
Look, I'm part of EA Access. If you're an Xbox One user and you have EA Access, you might want to wait. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
EA Access has been putting games in there pretty quickly, most of them not a year after they're released. And if Battlefront still has a strong player base, you can monitor that. I don't think it's going to lose its player base, honestly, because there's been a lot of positive stuff about the beta. And the people who really liked Battlefront, like 1 and 2, they're going to like 3. There's nothing wrong with the game. It's just, what do you want out of your FPS? Yeah. I want a little more out of my FPS now. So... Battlefront, because of the game's evolve, the evolution of first-person shooters is more. It's not
the evolution.
I like your answer.
Yeah. Well, and that's one thing about the beta that pissed me off. Okay, I loved Battlefield games because I thought they were just a little more complex than Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
And you add in the actual levolution of things that actually break apart and vehicles and things like that. I thought that was all great. Star Wars had absolutely no battle damage. Nothing. Why would you not include that?
It's a movie game. That's my honest answer. It's a movie game. It's a risk.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to do badly. I don't, but I just think I don't know.
How's the canon in the game?
Pew! The canon.
Yeah, is there actually story going on, even though it's what it is?
Oh yeah, I mean it's the sorry, shook my computer there. The actual missions you play in the maps. It's what's going on in that movie. It's like the Battle of Hoth. So in The Empire Strikes Back, that's what you're doing. I mean that's the part of it, except for Luke and Vader fight, and that didn't happen, but. You can use the tow cables on the AT-ATs and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool. I actually got in the ATST, and I wrecked. I went 22-0 in that thing. And it was right off rip. I got it right at the beginning of the map. I went 22 kills and no deaths until they finally blew me up. But it was murder. The rebels got pasted.
I think that's what'll actually make that game move units is the actual Star Wars fans that'll just be like, yo, it's Star Wars, it's a video game, I'm getting it.
You say like you say like there's like the Star Wars fans like it's a community. It's like the majority of the world is Star Wars fans.
Yeah, but there's more diehards, like the ones who used to play the online games and stuff like that they had on PC and stuff. Like those guys. Like if they're into this game, then it could blow up. But if they're not, then it probably won't.
And let's be honest, if you
will just buy it because it's Star Wars and then shelf it.
I think it's gonna sell a fucking billion copies, dude.
Damn!
It's gonna sell a shit ton. And let me just say, like when I was playing it, it is Star Wars in a first-person shooter or third-person. It was fun, but I'm used to now a little bit more. Yeah. So that's why I say I'm gonna get it, but like later when it's cheaper, because I know I'll play it here and there, but it's not gonna be like my go-to thing. I really feel like, and we'll move here next, Halo 5 Guardians is looking better and better and better from a multiplayer standpoint and from a single-player standpoint. And I just want to ask you guys, Rick, and I know you don't have an Xbox One, I know you're not buying one specifically for this game, but have you paid attention at all to Halo 5 and what it's offering, and would you be excited if you had an Xbox One like given to you or gifted?
I don't know. That's way too hypothetical for me to even really answer. Like I'm not trying to be a dick.
Okay, but from what you've seen, does it look good? Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, it looks good.
What do you think from what you've seen?
Halo 4, and I didn't like that game at all.
I liked Halo 4.
I don't like it. I mean,
what didn't you like?
I was playing Mass Effect. The same fucking story.
Nah.
Which I'm sure Mass Effect ripped off of somebody else as well. But like, I didn't buy the new enemies. I didn't like them. I thought they were annoying. Like, I don't know. I just didn't. I thought Halo 4 was them dragging out the franchise a little too far. And now they're gonna do Halo 5, and they're already working on Halo 6. Like,
now do you think it's because it's 343?
No, because it's Microsoft, and they're like, we need to make fucking money, dude, because Halo makes money for Microsoft.
Yeah.
All right, but if you know about Halo lore at all, like this is part of the built-in lore that's been there. It's not like they're just stretching shit for no reason.
But I don't know that lore, and I have no interest in learning about that lore. It's just not something I'm that interested in. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's going to be a shit game. Obviously, you're super excited about it, and I'm happy that you're excited.
Fucking pumped, man.
But like, I got burned. I spent $400 and I bought a fucking Xbox with Halo 4, and I beat it, and then I haven't played it since. I haven't even turned the fucking thing on. So I got burned already by 343. I don't like them as a developer for Halo. I think the gun mechanics didn't feel as tight as they used to. But Bungie's always been good at doing good gun mechanics.
I love the Halo 4 gun mechanics.
As a person that is very narrow-minded when it comes to the first-person shooters or shooters that they play, it was a far enough step away from how it used to be that it turned me off. And I think that's kind of why I'm so into Destiny, is because Bungie. I'm not good at first-person shooter, but the way Bungie makes the shooting mechanics in their games makes everybody good at first-person shooters.
Well, I think.
Unless you're Tony, then you're just fucking.
Oh, shots fired!
You don't know Tony, man.
No, I don't. I think Bungie nailed it with Destiny because of the way that the PvP and the PvE work together and social aspect of the game. I mean, if the social aspect wasn't there, I wouldn't be playing it still. The mechanics are fantastic, but it's not. It wouldn't be. Yeah. I wouldn't be playing it as often as I do because of the mechanics. You know.
They geniusly found a way to drag out a game for this long. Like, this game is. It's weird. We talked about it before. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm fucking talking about Destiny again. But seriously, like, this game has been out for over a year, and it's probably still one of the top-selling games on the consoles right now.
Well, we're talking about Halo. We're just comparing what, the new developer versus the old. That's all.
Yeah, if I had an Xbox, I probably would buy it just because it's only $60, and just so I could fucking play games with my buddies. But it's, I don't know. I'm not excited about it, to be honest.
We'll follow up with this maybe on a different episode, but I want to know how did Halo 4 turn you off? Because you say you didn't play Reach until recently.
Yeah, and I couldn't. The game, you cannot aim down sights. I just couldn't play it. It was too weird.
But I mean, as far like I'm interested to know what turns you off about the campaign part of it. Forget the mechanics of it for a second.
I can't even explain it to you. I played it.
No, we'll get to it. We'll talk about it on a different time. So, because that could take forever. But I'll ask Saul about what he thinks, like from what he's seen from Halo 5, and this is and Saul is a #1 Destiny fanboy and also a Call of Duty fanboy. So I want to see if Halo 5 has captured any of his excitement whatsoever for the month of November and beyond.
I'm excited because it looks like a better version of PlanetSide.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
I'm all right with it. No, God's honest truth is I am all right with that. I'm going to end up shelling out $100 within the next, when's it come out? Like, it comes out soon, doesn't it?
October 27th, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be spending $100 because I got to re-up my fucking my Netflix box, and you know if I like the game, I'll probably fucking buy the DLC. Even though I'll still be playing Call of Duty, and I'll be playing fucking Destiny, and I guess I'll be playing Halo 5 with no fucking time because I'll be going full time to school and all the other shit. But you know what? Sometimes I just like to shoot virtual people.
Yeah. Digital terrorism.
Yep.
Ended here on this show.
I'm hype. I'm not reading into all the shit because I really just care about the multiplayer, but from what I've seen, it looks fucking badass. I'm excited to see what guns they have. I'm excited to see what innovations they have in the game. I'm not going to watch 10,000 YouTube videos about, oh, this is what we found today that's going to be new, and I'm just going to play the fucking game.
Yeah. What do you think about, I don't know, I mean, I know I've sent you like the screen cap of like all the new stuff they're bringing, like as far as customization and stuff. So, I mean, I don't know if you've looked into this, but the way rec packs work, as you play, let's say Warzone, as you're playing the Warzone game, you earn points for things you do, capturing bases, assists, kills, all that kind of stuff, and they're rec points. So when you die next or when you spawn next, you'll have a certain amount of rec points, and there'll be rec packs that you can purchase for your next spawn. So some are obviously more expensive, like the rocket launcher is going to be more expensive than, say, the Magnum or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you have enough rec experience earned, you could purchase a tank, and then the next time you spawn, you're in a tank. Like, you start in a tank.
That's pretty cool.
And so, yeah, it's just as the teams, and it'll kind of think it'll be cool for Arena because, rec packs aren't in Arena, but part of the Warzone, I think it'll add to it because the better your team's doing, it's going to matter because they're going to get better shit too.
So it's like basically like why I bitch about playing Control without my friends. Basically, when you play with a fire team, you actually can get shit accomplished. When you go in there by yourself, you're in for a very fucking rude awakening of being pissed off and saying, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because there's no real, like, there's no point for them to play objective. They just want to basically, like, cover their KDR to make sure it's one positive. I don't give a fuck. I want to fucking get the point. I want to win the game.
Yeah, I don't care about KDR. I gotta say
really
that
don't.
because it really sucks.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't get, and especially with like the way the Control works. Speaking of Destiny, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get the armor and shit is random as fuck. So
yeah.
But you know, you earn like through experience and stuff. You can earn fucking with rec packs and rec experience. You can earn weapon skins and armor skins and different armor sets. And there's like 100 different armor sets. Like there's a lot of customization that goes into Halo 5 now, which I think Halo 4 addressed it a little bit, and I think a lot of people liked it. A lot of people were like, oh, it's bullshit, just give us the arena back, and guess what? You have that. They have arena set aside for you.
Yeah.
You can still get your customization, your cosmetic stuff, but Warzone will be more about like cosmetic stuff too, but you also can like earn experience within the game and get extra shit. Like you could start with a fucking plasma grenade launcher or whatever. I don't know. I'm super excited about that. And speaking personally, the campaign looks phenomenal. The campaign just looks. I think it's 18 hours, which is super long.
That's good for FPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we know Halo. Like Halo's those missions. Like usually, I'm gonna play a mission real quick. It's like an hour and a half long for one mission. So
I think most Halo games are like 12, 15 hours, right?
Yeah, they're pretty good length. So. I'm excited about that, and the fact that it's drop-in, drop-out co-op, that's fucking cool. Like if you needed help, like during one part, you can have a friend drop in and basically be one of your fire team that's already being controlled by AI, and he can drop out right afterwards or whatever if you wanted. So
that's cool.
I don't know.
And I know we've said this before, but the big reason I loved Halo was co-op campaign, which you can't do now. So.
Well, yes, you can.
Well, I'd have to have two Xboxes. Yeah. Like I played every single Halo game I've beaten couch co-op. Every single one. I don't think I've beaten any of them solo. They've all been couch co-op.
Well, for someone who lives with like you live with roommates who play video games, so that would be fun.
I'm very niche when it comes into that little like group of people that want that. I know I'm not like in the majority at all, but like to me, personally, that was like a huge disappointment that wasn't going to.
There's quite a few fucking people who are really pissed about not having the couch co-op. So I don't see it as a big deal personally because I don't do it. Like I'm not going to invite Solids. Like you want to play Halo and come over and drink some beers.
What's funny though is that Destiny doesn't have couch co-op.
Yeah.
But nobody played Destiny before, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, they did. They played Halo before.
Boom!
They even say it. They reference the fucking the Master Chief in the game.
I know. I
want to know about like how that works. Like I know Bungie probably still has rights to some of that shit. Mm-hmm. Like could they just like literally put a character in Destiny that looks exactly like Master Chief for like just as like a cameo?
No.
Like a guy walking in like open the door, like, oh, wrong door, and then just close it. Like, what?
I don't think Bungie is in any way bitter about 343 making Halo. And in fact, I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think they said the reason they stopped that is because they wanted to make more games than just for.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to make Halo forever, and they didn't want to just work solely with Microsoft forever.
Well, it's like an actor wanting to do a drama when he's done comedies all his life. Yeah. Like he just doesn't want to be known as somebody who does comedy. So I get it, but I think Bungie has a lot of respect for Halo and the Master Chief, and I don't know if they just put a guy in there that looks like him. They do, actually reference a very special Guardian if you've ever scanned the hypersleep pod at the end of what's his name? Cade's Stash mission. So I don't know.
My feels all going right now. Chill with that.
But I'm just saying, the Master Chief is so iconic, and I think they wouldn't like troll that because I think that is their bread and butter, man. That's what made Bungie. Like, don't pretend like the Master Chief isn't the iconic character of our generation. I think
they just wanted to innovate, and that's what they did.
Yeah, they wanted to expand, absolutely. And God, would you? I don't even want to think about a fucking Halo game that's just like Destiny. But
we just opened up another box. I think we should calm down on this one.
Yeah. Anyways, hype meter is like for Halo 5. I'm pretty excited. I'm sticking by my story, Samson Simpson. Halo 5, best Halo game of all time.
Samson theme song.
Yes, I think so. Right near the beach.
Boy!
All right,
so Destiny Hard Raid's coming. I don't want to talk too much about it. There's not a lot of information, but, it's coming.
Friday.
Friday.
I'll be playing it this weekend, I'm sure.
Nice. You can give us an update next weekend.
Yeah.
So Sony's PS4, no one mentioned this during the news, but PS4 has a price drop. I know that's a couple weeks old, but we haven't been on a couple weeks. My question to you guys, and quickly, we don't need to spend an hour on this, but do you think Microsoft does anything, or do you think they need to do anything to counter this?
No,
not really.
Didn't they already have a price drop, Microsoft?
Yeah, they've done that for a while now.
Yeah, Sony was late to that.
Since last Christmas, I think.
What's Sony's new price drop? Is it $350?
$350. It's on par with the Xbox.
No, they don't need to do anything. I think that whole console thing is calming down now. Like, people either have their one console or they got the one they wanted more first, and they're gonna get the other one later.
They're buying the second. Yeah, I think so too.
It doesn't really matter at this.
I mean, it makes it more realistic to purchase like $50. Well,
I'll give it to Microsoft. They got their shit together after that E3 a couple years ago. Yeah, they've been handling themselves very well. I think they have handled themselves better than Sony, because for being such a big company, they do a lot of interacting with the community, and they do a lot of fan service, and they do like a lot of like things that make Phil go yee. But like Sony will they don't respond. Like if you go on their Twitter, it's like PlayStation Network down. That's it. And then like 2 hours later, it's like PlayStation Network back up. And there's just people like, what the fuck? This is like the 6th time it's happened this week. Are you ever gonna do anything to fix this? Nothing. Nothing. People bitch to Microsoft about, oh, we want our physical games, and they completely changed the whole platform they're working with, just so people can have physical games.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, like Phil was doing an interview with Phil Spencer, and he was like quoted as saying like, he made a reference to like, I don't know if we're gonna catch up to PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I think he said it's pretty much over this generation.
Yeah, but I don't think he's at this point. Like even when he took over, I didn't think he wanted to say it then, but I don't think he's trying to catch up.
I don't think that they want to aim their full like strategy as a business for that box to be. We want to sell the most units and blah blah blah.
Yeah. I actually think that whole way of looking at things is pretty much done with anyway. I don't, because you hear like Sony and Microsoft, like they'll just like joke back and forth with each other, and I'm like, this shit would have never happened like 10 years ago.
They're both making money hand over foot. I mean, like I know that Sony's units are like, and they're amazing, and it's awesome for console gaming, but it's really skewed with. What's better? Like, what's a better platform to play games on? We don't even hear a disparity with like
it's so
1080 thing anymore. Like, we don't hear about that shit anymore because people are just A, they're done with it, and B, the parity between the two the gap has shrunk. So I mean, it's getting to the point where like whatever system you have is because you want to play those exclusives, and most of the hardcore gamers have both systems already, or they're planning on getting both. So.
Another thing that helps Sony is that, like, in Europe and Asia, like, Microsoft is pretty much non-existent. So that helps them with, when you look at the global sales, is like they pretty much own the other half of the world.
Destiny helped them a lot, too.
Yeah. So, like, you go to Japan, no one's got Xboxes there. No one. China, no. It's just the way it is. And that's probably the second largest market.
What's that? China? China's actually... China's actually going to become the #1 market for video games since they're now allowed.
Yeah, well, based just on population.
Population, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, as amount as like entertainment dollars spent, I'm pretty sure Japan's like #2 behind us, and I think we only have it just because of population.
Yeah.
Saul, let me hear you, buddy. What video games are you buying in November?
Duty, Halo. I think that's it.
Duty Halo.
Yeah. I'm hype about it.
You're doing a lot of shooting stuff.
I know, dude. It's just I'm really gonna have no time to do any of that crap, but I'll make time.
I mean, you get the games, and when you can play them, you play them.
It's like I'd love to play Mario Kart. It's just I don't have that much of an enthusiasm to play it and all that crap.
Blue Shell, bro. I'll fuck your world up.
Whoa.
It's hard to split. I think it's funny because video games are so immersive now and they've evolved to a point where it's actually hard to play multiple games at one time. You used to be able to I feel like I want to do this, so I'll play that for a little while. No, I feel like I want to do this, so maybe I'll play some Assassin's Creed. It's hard to break away from a game now because it's so huge and the world is awesome and there's hidden secrets and shit that you want to find and all kinds of stuff. So. Especially with a game like Destiny where you got to keep up with the Joneses if you want to keep doing that shit. So, you want to be that guy that people are like, well, I want you to raid with us, but you don't got the shit, so can't really do it. What about you, Rick? Anything in November coming your way?
No.
No.
No, not really. I don't really have anything that on the horizon that I'm too excited for. I guess
you front either.
No, yeah, I mean, Batman. I'll be able to play Batman in a couple of weeks, which will be sweet. Get to look forward to that.
You'll even be able to play the Batman vs Superman Batman.
Yeah, it comes out next year. That's apparently they benchmarked it. It's working a billion times better than it was. That's really it. There was a civilization after Earth. expansion that came out, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait for all of them to come out because Civilization likes to do that thing where they release a game and it sucks, and then after like the 4 expansions that come out for it, it's amazing.
So I mean, like almost every other game that's ever been made.
But like in Civ 5, like they just remade Civ 4 in like a way better fashion, but removed all like the integral parts of it, and then released them as DLC. Like religion was a DLC, and like trading was a DLC, and I'm like, well, that was all in Civ 4. Why can't it be in Civ 5? So now I'm just waiting for all that shit to get better. That's it, really. I've been waiting for all the Game of Thrones Telltales to come out. I'm pretty sure they're all done now, so I'll be able to play from start to finish.
I'm actually gonna play my first Telltale game in The Walking Dead Season 1 because it was free on Xbox. So
it is a amazing game.
I'm looking forward to it.
I wouldn't even say it's a game. It's an interactive comic or interactive story. It's not even really a game.
Yeah, that's fine. I loved Shenmue, and that was kind of like the same thing.
But this is even way more hands-off than Shenmue. Like, there's probably, I'd say...
Yeah, no, like Shenmue, you had to go to work from like 9 to 5 every fucking day. Worst thing ever.
But like, man, it's some good stuff, and like that. There's like I'm not really spoiler alert, but there's like a little girl in it that, like, her story continues on to the second game and shit like that too. So it's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I haven't played one, and I've heard such good things about this one. So
if you got an extra, like,
Dangerous for you?
I would love to. If not only for the reason to just push my computer to the limits to see what I could do, but when it comes to games like that, kind of like with driving games, if I have Gran Turismo, I cannot play it with a controller. I need the steering wheel and the fucking brakes and stuff like that, or else I just don't like it. It's not fun. It doesn't feel like I'm in a driving game. I feel like I'm gonna be the same way with the Space Simulator. Like, I'm gonna need the fucking joysticks with the throttles and everything. And to be honest, I just don't have like the $300 to go out and buy that shit right now. So I'm not gonna do it.
I just figured because, like Battlefront didn't have your space battles, and this is like basically it's a game of space battles.
Yeah, but that's all it is, though. It's a game of space battles, and I'm like, I'm looking for more than that, though. I mean, I want the entire package. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
No, I understand. I mean,
but it looks neat. Are you gonna play it? It's coming out on Xbox.
I don't know. I've played absolutely nothing but Destiny, so I have a lot of fucking games that I have not touched, and it's starting to bother me, actually.
I'm gonna play Broken Age. It was free on PlayStation.
That's cool. We just got Valiant Hearts 2, and I wanted to go through Lara Croft again, Tomb Raider, because that
last one.
Yeah, that game was money.
That game was so good.
And I played it on PC. I'd never played it on Xbox.
It was so goddamn good.
Yeah,
you put a bow in anything, and I'm like, I love this game. This game is amazing.
So that's actually where I am in November. October, obviously, Halo 5 is coming out the 27th, so I'm going to be buying that. So I will be playing Halo through November and beyond. But November game is not Battlefront for me, which it was totally all the way. It's actually going to be Tomb Raider. So I'm all over that. I need that right now in my life.
That would have been on my list, but not until next year, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I am going to do that on PC, not on Xbox, because that game needs to be played on PC and look beautiful in front of my eyes.
Dude.
I could just watch that butt.
Them 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. Whatever. She ain't got no pixelated boobs no more. They're like real. They're round now.
They're round. They're not like hexagons.
They were like the torpedoes back in the
triangles.
Day. Yeah. Damn.
No, that game looks super fucking cool, man, and I'm excited about it. But if I want to play it on PC, I do have to wait. So
yeah, I'll wait with you, buddy. We'll have group meetings and stuff about it.
Yeah, I just totally contradicted myself because I'm just buying in November. I wouldn't be buying it in November if I'm playing it on PC. I'd be buying it in January or whenever it comes out. So Fallout 4, Rick? No Fallout 4 for you?
No, like you said, November. And if I'm gonna buy it, I'm not gonna buy it until all the bugs are out of it. So. Because Bethesda is notorious for buggy games.
I know, but I mean, come on, dude. Like, the bugs usually aren't that bad, and you don't even notice them.
Well, here, and another way to think about this. Like, I have New Vegas and Fallout 3 on my computer. Combined, I have about 4 hours played in both of them. So I'm probably not going to play it even if I do buy it. So now I'm just not going to buy it.
Like, you were like super excited about it at first. I thought,
well, I am. I'm excited for people that will buy it. It makes me happy for them, I guess. But I'm not going to buy it.
Okay.
Like, I have 0 hours recorded in Witcher 3. 0.
Yeah, you need to play that, by the way.
I pre-ordered that in April.
You need to play it. I'm just saying. You need to just get done with your raids and shit and go fucking play that.
I just, like, that's
Give
such
me
a
5 hours in that.
I know, but
No,
it's
it's
such
not.
like, you look at it and you're like, man, where do I
give me
fucking
5
start?
hours in that game and then tell me, and come back and tell me what you think. And it doesn't have to be all in one sitting. Just give me 5 hours, like 1 week, and then you come back and say, that game is not awesome.
Well,
And,
sure,
and
it's
it's your
awesome.
kind of game.
Even if I might not like it, I'll still know it's awesome. I'll just like hate, like, you're stupid, Rick. You're stupid.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap up episode 52 here. Do we either of you have anything else you guys want to touch on? Any single projects coming up? Any gameplay? Anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Sorry.
It's such a busy month, dude. So much shit going on.
Midterms!
So much shit
No,
going
we
on.
gotta-
And then next month, like, half of the month I have off because of fucking Thanksgiving, which, by the way, so excited for.
I hear.
I love Thanksgiving so goddamn much.
Things.
So
Who
good.
doesn't?
There was a no diet day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So next week, guys, it's Halloween episode time.
Yeah.
All right, I got my costume. Sweet.
So
You coming down here?
No, I can't.
No.
I got too much shit to do. I got 2 projects due that Monday. Same day.
that you're not gonna do anyway. So fucking just
I
come down.
need to do them, or else I'm not gonna pay.
Because I didn't do the other 2. That's why.
No, I was.
Well, all right, guys. We're gonna wrap it up. Halloween episode's next week's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
How do I stop this?
Thank you for listening, and remember to tune in and join us each week as we embark on a new digital crusade. You can catch us on iTunes, YouTube, and Facebook to become part of an ever-growing family of like-minded gamers.